These are the different types of contents. Already the half part of the contents we have discussed in the previous chapter. Now we will see the internet protocol onwards contents in this lecture. So this is a programming applications. This is one type of protocol, so the name is time and data routines. Basically the time services provided by the Unix kernel counts the number of seconds that have passed since the approach 00 semicolon 00 semicolon 00 January 1st 1970 coordinated universal time. This is actually one type of timing. We already know that with the name of UTC, means coordinated universal timing. Actually there is a different types of operating system, especially for the Unix kernel operating system, Unix operating system. There is a one type of coordinated timing. The timing known as the UTC timing. Now the Unix system has always different from the other operating system, like keeping time in UTC instead of local time. Actually the Unix operating system will not work with local timing. It works with the UTC timing, means coordinated universal timing. Second, automatically handling conversions such as daylight saving time, etc., and keeping the time and date as a single quantity. Means whenever we are working in a day and night, so it will automatically represent the daylight saving timing. Means suppose we are working in a day, so the light provided by the Unix operating system low, so its name is daylight saving time, and it works with the timing date as a single quantity. It's not works the one quantity is a timing and second is date with like a Windows operating system or another operating system. It works timing date as a single quantity. Next is the internet protocol. This is internet protocol called IP. The internet protocol IP is a method or protocol by which data is sent from one computer to another on the internet. So whatever the data we are sending from the mobile, laptop, whatever the system, from one network to another network, from one system to another system, with the help of internet protocol, basically we called it IP protocol. Each computer known as a host, means whatever the system from that we are sending a data, this is called host. On the internet has at least one IP address that uniquely identifies it from all other computer on the internet. So this is an example of Google IP version 4 address. Already we have discussed in previous slides what is IP version 4 and what is IP version 6 and what is the difference between them. So this is example of Google IP version 4, that is 216.58.216.168, and with the comparison of Google IP version 6 address is 2607 colon F8 B0 colon 4005 colon 805 double colon 200E. This is IP version 4 of IP of Google, and this is IP version 6 of Google. So this is a basically internet protocol, how the means how whatever data we are sending from one system to another system, that data will send with the help of IP protocol, whatever the version we are using, IP version 4 or IP version 6. Now the next is application layer. Basically this is a types of layer: application layer, presentation layer, session layer, whatever the layer. But whenever we are sending a data from one system to another system with the help of IP version 4 or IP version 6, so there is a lots of layers with the data is going to one system to another system. So first of all, this is a application layer. Basically for the understanding, we should get first what is application layer. So in the platform where we work, where we are sitting in the computer, for that we use application layer. The application layer is the highest abstraction layer of the TCP/IP model that provides the interface and protocols needed by the user. It combines the functionalities of the session layer, presentation layer and application layer of the OSI model. Now, what are the functions of application layers are? It facilitates the user to use the services of the network. It is used to develop a network based applications. It provides user services, user login, naming network devices, formatting messages and email, transfer of file, etc. There is a lots of examples where you use application layer. It also concerned with error handling and error recovery of the message as a whole. Means it also handle the error handling. Means suppose you are sending a data from one network to another with one system to another system. Suppose there is a one bit or multiple bit has damage, so it will first detect and after detection it will recover it also. So this is overall performance and the overall work of the application layer. Now the application layer, this layer uses a number of protocols. Basically we know about the protocols of the application layer. So the first is FTP, HTTP. So the hypertext transfer protocol, it is the underlying protocol for World Wide Web. It defines how hypermedia messages are formatted and transmitted. Next protocol is FTP, that is file transfer protocol. It is a client server based protocol for transfer of the files between client and server over the network. Next, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. It lays down the rules and semantics for sending and receiving electronic mails. Next, DNS, domain name system. It is a naming system for devices in network. It provides services for translating domains name to IP address. Telnet, it provides bidirectional text oriented services for remote login to the host over the network. Next, SNMP, simple network management protocol. It is for managing, monitoring the network and for organizing information about the network devices. This is transport layer. The transport layer is responsible for error-free end-to-end delivery of data from the source to the destination host. It corresponding to the transport layer of the OSI model. The function of the transport layer are it facilitates the communicating host to carry on a conversation. It provides an interface for the users to the underlying network. It can provide for a reliable connection. It can also carry out error checking, flow control and verification. These kinds of services provided by the transport layer. Now the protocols which works on the transport layer is TCP. Already we discussed in the previous chapter. This is transmission control protocol. This is a reliable and a connection oriented. UDP, user datagram protocol, already we discussed in the previous slide. This is a connectionless and unreliable connection protocol. And the next is SSTP, stream control transmission protocol. This will discuss later. This is network layer. The internet layer or network layer is responsible for logical transmission of data packets over the internet. It can be compared with the internet layer, network layer or internet layer of the OSI model. Means the network layer is responsible for the logically transmission of data packet from source to destination, and it is also define the network. Now the main function of the internet or network layers are: it transmits data packets to the data link layer, it routes each of the data packets independently from the source to destination using the optimal route. For that it uses a routing table. There is a kinds of lots of routing table, RIP routing table, OSPF routing table, hierarchical routing table. It reassembles the out of order packet when they reach the destination. It handles the error in transmission of data packets and fragmentation of data packets. Now the protocols of the network layer is IP, already we discussed. ARP, this protocol map the logical address or internet address of a host address its to its physical address. Suppose we have IP address and we don't know the particular computer's physical address. For there is a one protocol, ARP, address resolution protocol. With the help of this we can find out the physical address of the computer with the help of logical address. Now this is ARP. Now the reverse of the name is reverse address resolution protocol, that is RARP. This is a reverse of the ARP, means suppose we have a physical address and we want to find the logical address. So with the help of RARP we can find the logical address of the computer or system. Next, ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol. It monitors sending the queries as well as the error message. Means suppose we are sending one message from source to destination, and what the particular message is not sending or send it to the destination, so that will handle by the ICMP. And the Internet Group Message Protocol, it allows the transmission of a message to a group of recipients simultaneously. Already we used in the computer, in the mailing, in the mobile, in the WhatsApp. There is a lots of option of IGMP. Data link layer. The data link layer protocol means the data link layer provides for the flow of data over a single link from one device to another. The data link layer adds control information such as frame type, routing, segmentations information to the data being sent. It also provides flow control, means suppose the sender is sending too much data and the receiver is not able to receive, so there is some simultaneously synchronization for the sender to the sender and receiver. This is called flow control. It adds reliability to the physical layer by adding mechanism to detect and retransmit damage or lost frame. Now the data link layers protocol are PPP, SDLC, ISDN, FDDI, ARP. Already we had discussed. Now the next topic is chat, means chatting. Already we know that the chatting is online, is talking to someone or many someones using the internet to send typed message back and forth. There is a two types of method, two types of way for the chatting. One is channel, second is direct connection. A channel is where a lot of people are talking together, and direct connection means we are sending a message to the particular person. This is called direct connection. Email. Email means electronic mail. Email is a sort of electronic mail similar to a letter. It is sent via the internet to the recipient. Key benefits and features of using email. It's quick, means user recipients receive your mail as soon as they go online and collect their mail. It's secure, it's low cost. Photos, documents and other file can be attached to an email so that more information can be shared. One email can be sent to more than one recipient at a time. Example like CCRBC, that we use in the email address. Web server working method. This is a web server working method. Web server is a computer where the web contents is stored. Already we know that basically web server is used to host the websites, but there exist other web server also, such as gaming, storage, FTP, email address, etc. Web server working is web server respond to the client request in either of the following two ways. First, sending the file to the client associated with the requested URL. And the second is generating a response by invoking a script or communicating with the database. Web programming. Actually, the web programming is a very broad topic. Here we are going to break into the 5 parts. So first part is a HTTP basic. For that we know what is the HTTP basics, means how to create HTTP page. Second is client programming. For that we use HTML and JavaScript. And third is a server as a client. For that, downloading and analyzing contents from the web. Fourth is server programming. For that we use CGI, means common gateway interface, and putting it all together. For that we use AJAX programming. This is a overall procedure of web programming. So this is the second part of the first unit of network programming. This is called number of protocols and how the protocols works. So if you have any query, we will discuss later. Thank you.